Hi, everyone. That was weird. That was weird. How are you guys today? You alright? I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're all having a wonderful Monday. As wonderful as Mondays usually are. Today's stream is going to be about an hour, about an hour and a half, because I have dad stuff to do in short order. I was doing some dad stuff today, as I usually am. I was doing dad stuff, cut the lawns. I was very, very productive doing the lawns and whatnot. Cleaned up a little bit. Looking into a new house. Because this house is just too small for all these kids we have. So we're gonna have to sort that out, I think. So that was today. That's what we were doing. So I'm sorry that I'm starting later than I, normally do. I guess. But anyway. So last we finished, we are on Quetza Temer, and we just ran into the rogue trader Caligos Winterscale, and we are escorting his retinue back to the heart of the forest to try to rescue him, and bring him back to his ship to secure his alliance, something. The sweetish smell of decomposition comes from woven baskets. For whatever reason, the fruit was left to rot under the scorching sun. The fruit and sweet tree sap used to be harvested in this clearing, but now the branches are weighted down by overripe fruit. I'll take your space junk. Oh, excuse me. Not this way, eh? And that's where he came from. So it's not that way. So it's... okay. Back into the maze-like forests that are this world. Very good. After several hours of traversing the forest, a small mountain blocks the way. Something about the pattern... oh yeah, we've read this already. We've read that one already. That was the other day. The putrid stench of decaying flesh comes from the enforcers' bodies that have not been torn apart by local wildlife. Let's drop a quick... oh, we came here to stop Caligos from killing all the Eldari, but it looks like he's done just exactly that, because he's kind of an asshole. Tempestus Carapace Elite Backpack. When the wearer's weapon has 4 or less base rate of fire, the weapon's rate of fire is increased by ballistic skill bonus divided by 3, and the recoil is doubled. Whenever the wearer's base weapon has 5 or more, the hit chance of the wearer's burst attack is increased by, and recoil is negated. Stand by. Hold on. Four or less. Fireproof. Meds. So let's... I can't... that would be for Argenta. Hey, man. What's going on, Buckle? Oh, I was just hanging out here. I'll talk to you. We have a new Fround in the house. The markings of the container date back about 500 Terran years. Inside are decayed remains and unusable equipment. I'll go up here, thank you, and loot these goods. There's a snake. Okay, I'm pretty sure I already have a Crucible of Torment. A couple of them. The body of House Winterscale's seneschal has been dismembered and his bones picked clean by wild beast. The camp was rooted. Why was it the fury of my kin? They fought monsters from the Monkey. Only be no different than monsters themselves. Well, a tragedy, no doubt. That backpack might be very good on Argenta. Negates recoil. I think that's why she missed so much. Part of the forest is obstructed by a thin gray veil emitting barely audible clicks. The translucent curtain ripples and starts moving in the direction of the rogue trader. Upon closer inspection, the veil turns out to be woven from many threads carried by fast-flying bugs. The hive attacks the intruder and then retreats into the foliage, leaving behind burning, itching bites and wisps of shredded web.
This could be an opportunity.
Don't care for that at all, to be honest. This place sucks. Time-worn Imperium breastplates and chainswords gleam amid the mummified remains. So are they still good? Can we get them? Archmilitant's hood. Each of the wearer's critical hits made with a ranged weapon increases her melee weapon crit damage by... Oh. That's really good, actually. Let's drop a quick save here. Hop over to this one. Minimize that so I don't have to see that number. There we go, Abelard. Stupor. Deadeye shot from this weapon deals crit. Target becomes stunned. Oof. Not bad. Not bad at all, actually. That's fucking pretty solid. Keep that, thanks. We probably won't get this Medicaid test.
What a shameful failure.
Well, let's get this trap. And these goods, thank you. Yeah, I'll take all that, thanks. So much wildlife. Did we find it? Ah! The rogue trader requires rest, and soon as he finds a suitable spot for a camp, a meadow with a few fruit trees, a creature with an elongated body and large, blunt claws leisurely descends from one of the trees. Its muzzle is red as if stained with blood, but it turns out to be merely the juices of the fruit from a nearby trees. The fruit has a particular taste reminiscent of grok meat baked in sweet and sour sauce. Shrine. The vicinity of a carefully erected place to worship was quiet and peaceful. Knife. Take your crack grenades. Weird energy. Singing. Can you hear it? You can't? Even my voices have fallen asleep. Well, that sounds like a place we want to stay. Let's turn this thing off. Drop a hard save. We're going to turn this turret off. Fuck. That actually startled me. Okay. What's this? Goods. More goods. Drukari armor. Modified crack grenades. Elite blast pistol. What is this? Is it just a path through? Let's go this way. The rogue trader has never seen an anthill of such size before, but the most disturbing thing is about the Xenos skeleton tied to the anthill with bonds made of some unknown material. The Drukari weapon stuck in the corpse is the only detail that can point at the perpetrator. Being eaten by ants is a horrific torture, and it makes the blade in the back seem like an act of mercy, a most uncharacteristic gesture for this race. Okay, well, we're not going that way. Is it just... Do you just move at random through the forest, clicking on random who's-its and what's-its until you get to where you think you need to go? Oh, quite a few hours pass before something worth noticing finally shows up amid the dense foliage. A pile of charred human bones lying in a shallow pit. In front of it, like a standing stone, a broken fire cultivator with melted nozzles is stuck in the ground. Other corpses can be seen in the grass nearby, just as old and charred, but distinctively non-human. Scattered alongside those are Xenos weapons covered in the dirt. Some of the weaponry appears to be in working order, so it is still possible to get some use out of it. And a splinter pistol. Amazing. Okay, let's
Just keep your eye on the price.
go this way. And this is where we fought our way through all the Eldari.
One day, I shall remind Rivestum that he was ready to bury my family based on some trumped-up charges. One day, but not now.
Okay. I mean, we could have just... I embarrassed him publicly in front of, like, the entire Protectorate, so... I don't know if that helps. The irresistibly sweet aroma of fruit teases the rogue trader's olfactory senses, especially after so many hours spent in the stuffy humidity of the forest. But after locating the source of the aroma, he decides against tasting the appetizing fruits. Several mummified corpses lie under the fruit trees, their withered faces a testament to their agony, their bodies covered in dark wounds resembling bites from giant leeches. Mick, fuck all that. Okay, so this is... that way. We came from that way, so it doesn't really fucking matter, does it? Not really. The rogue trader requires rest, suitable spot, meadow. This is where we fought the Eldari. I don't know if there's a raw method here. I don't know if there's a method to finding the place we're supposed to be finding. But it makes sense that the guy was lost. Not that he cared to be, because he's under the influence of something. Warmer? Hey, this is an area we haven't been to yet. Here we go. A group of lean young people, sorry, words move around on me, surrounds you, shooting anxious glances between you, Caligos the priest, and the gray-haired elder who has stepped forward. Unlike the rest, her skin is completely free of decoration, save for the two-headed eagle branded on her wrinkled forehead. Our meeting occurred just as Speaks with Gods foresaw. The woman's accent grates on your ears. Her words sound like a fusion of High Gothic and the most vulgar tongue of the rabble. Welcome to the heart of the forest, Starborn. This ruler... Enough of your bleating, old hag. I already told you your speech offends me so. It makes me want to cut out your tongue. Not even a Chorta preacher would have the patience to listen to you blather about the stars, gods, spirits, and other nonsense. Caligos waves the woman away and turns his flinty steel gaze on Speaks with Gods. I am sick and tired of aimlessly trudging through the woods, old man. I am a hunter, and without a quarry, I turn into quite the beast. Humbly covering his eyes, the priest nods slightly. Speaks with Gods is ready to conduct the ritual, O Starborn. The heart of the forest is calling out to me, so let this priest serve his gods, not in word, but in deed. All right, here we go. Okay. It is done. This good-for-nothing psyker has finally proved himself useful. Winterscale looks around the settlement with a bored expression. I intend to have a good night's sleep and enjoy the local delicacies. One good thing about Quetza Temer is that the fruit here is always sweeter than Calaxian honey and more tender than the meat of a young grox. You should get some rest as well, Justin, and remember, it's better to go hunting when you are full of vigor but slightly hungry. The hunger adds acuity, makes the kill more intoxicating, you know? Let me know when you're ready to part, or if you decide to share a few stories, then come to the bonfire. It's not often two rogue traders can indulge in confidences away from prying ears. Winterscale sardonically clicks his tongue and nonchalantly salutes you in a farewell. Okay, he's just going to stand there. All right, very good. You got any stuff? Any loot? Any loot for me? Ah. Yes. Wonder what you're working on with all your thumping and banging. What's this? A monograph by Karl Emanuel Serbian Doe on the cultures of the Imperium's far worlds. The Children of Quetza Tember Chronicles. How long is this? Wow, okay. An analysis of the canvases made from wood-bast fiber showed that the chronicle has been recorded for at least 500 years. The older chronicles tell of a bleak historical period of the tribe's decline due to an unknown virus. The symbols on the canvas resemble High Gothic letters, but the inhabitants do not know the origin of their meaning, claiming that the sacred knowledge was bestowed upon them by Quetza Tember himself. This character, revered as a god, obviously originates from the Imperium that we now know, his exact name either lost or adapted in accordance with local phonetics. The only other sacred symbol the tribe reveres is the Aquila, the two-headed eagle god. A group of the most interesting canvases depicted tragic yet heroic deeds was confiscated and taken on board for further investigation. Many of the words made up from the scrambled Gothic symbols were easy to decipher, such as banished, sacrifice, valley, or land, lands, as well as death, incomprehensible, and merciful. This part most likely talks about part of sacrificial pilgrimage. A priest has confirmed my theory. Any tribesman who committed an offense can atone by sacrificium. A journey to the Deadlands, known as the Unknown, full of unknown deaths. The adepts that I have sent to investigate the Deadlands have not returned yet. It's probably because that's where they're from, right? Like, that's probably where they got the name. Okay. Now let's do what we have to do here, and I'll go have a talk with Kalagos in a second. Do we sort this area out? Got any more goods? You got more things for me? He's got a chain sword. He's got an elite chain sword. That armor's okay. Backpack's alright. Look at the fucking melt on that guy. Jesus. Alright, let's drop a quick save. His axe is pretty tight, I must say. A nice walk, that, wasn't it, Justin? You may have helped us navigate the living forest clutches, but don't let it go to your head. I would have managed by myself sooner or later. Winterscale chuckles and repeats, sooner or later. I have some questions to ask of you. One day, you two will grow sick of all the talking, and then you two will choose shooting Xenos on a wild planet over endless intrigue. Cheerful notes ring in Kalagos' voice. Fine, we have plenty of time. So be it. I will give you a private audience. If dear Chorda knew how close-knit we'd become, she would surely branded us as conspirators. All right, well, let's discuss the Eldari problem. Oof. Well, let's see. You care about them that much, new blood. Kalagos bellows in disdain. Go ahead, then. Try to convince me that the vile Xenoscum deserve the mercy of Kalagos Winterscale. But remember, you only get one chance to try. We're going to save Scummit, boys. That's what we're going to be doing. Let's try. Let me mute this guy, sorry. Their craft world perished at the hands of my dynasty. I wish to make amends for Theodora's mistakes. Yerlik gives you a grateful look. We all carry the mark of our ancestors' guilt on our shoulders. Kalagos' eyes widen with excitement. Mistakes! I would give a couple of distant planets to witness the death of an Eldari world with my own eyes. You've amused me, new blood, so I'll grant you one more try. But so far, you've only been stoking my appetite, not killing it. If I had brought Jay with me... Let's try this one. Winterscale's expressions hardens. Consider my idiot Voidborn nephew dead. Besides, you haven't led me out of the forest yet. You've only brought me to its heart. I still have time to kill all of your precious Xenos before I become formally indebted to you. Don't think that you can outsmart me at such games, new blood. You've been a rogue trader for barely any time at all compared to an old hand like me, Kalagos scoffs acidically. If that was your argument for the Xenos, alas, you have miscalculated, Justin. I do, okay. Leave. End. We're going to load that. We're going to try again. Fuck's sake. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Let's try again. I have some questions to ask of you. Let's discuss the Eldari problem. I wish to make amends. Let's try the persuasion one. Frankly, your desperation excites me, Justin. Even it makes me want to know whether you are driven by foolishness, treachery, or cool calculation. Winterscale looks at you appraisingly, scratching his chin. Well, I'm quite curious to see how large a dagger you might stab me with. I shall think on your offer, but it is only the promise you will get from me, okay? I kind of want to... try, like, the other one. Like, the other Caligos I have heard of would never let this shit happen to him. I hear you decided to oppose both the Lord Inquisitor and the Chorta dynasty. A Void Kraken may eat them both for all I care. Winterscale makes a wry face and clenches his fists in anger, acting as if their war on heresy in the Expanse is just starting. Ha! I've been living it for decades, and I don't need an inquisitorial preacher, and I certainly don't need Incendia's goodwill. Okay, tell me about Quetza Temer. Your inquisitors are curious, to be sure. Quetza Temer is a planet with a rather dreary backstory. A long time ago, it supplied my great-grandfather with tons of succulent fruits and thousands of cargo containers filled with a special building fiber processed from the local forests. The population all lived in large cities a safe distance away from the tangled paths and trees, and then this quiet life was dashed by Xenos raids. They burned down the cities and shackled our people faster than our ships could help. In the end, the local governor ran away, leaving the remaining people at the beast's mercy. And the people, in turn, fled the big cities that attracted the Xenos, and that's how the forests that the rabble feared became their salvation. The planet fell into decay, and then there was no one to populate the cities, and there was no one to extract the resources. Quetza Temer expected 3 new arcs filled with settlers to arrive from the Imperium, but in 500 years not one of them has reached the Expanse. Do not turn your gaze to me, Ellentalk. It was not my kin who desolated this world. Okay, well, I know who it fucking was. It wasn't you, because we found Drukhari fucking all over the place. Alright, how did you survive in the forest all this time? The forest of Quetza Temer are not like the jungles of Catachan, new blood. The only thing that could kill you here is your own stupidity, or an unfortunate coincidence in the form of a stray Xenos or rare predator. Rainwater for breakfast, nutritious larvae for lunch, and fermented fruit in place of wine for supper. One could not wish for better hunting grounds. Caligos laughs and falls silent, evidently unwilling to share the details. I have noticed that your people look utterly woebegone, while you still don't have a single scratch on you. That means my people are weaklings, and I shall change that soon. As for me, I've been, ad break at 3 minutes, I've been stout of constitution since the day I was born. At first, Caligos shrugs his shoulders indifferently, but after looking closer at his companions, he raises his brows in surprise. It seems that the rogue trader just realized the validity of your words. I saw the corpse of your seneschal in the forest camp. Wharton the Grey says, the old man was a weakling, and that is why he's dead. That's what happens when you can no longer fulfill your duty to your master. Wharton grins in contempt, his entire being expressing his disdain for the seneschal. Awareness test. Caligos carries himself with an air of indifference, but the sudden furrows on his forehead betrays his regret. Many fine warriors have perished on this hunt. Raise a toast to their name when you can. Should I ask him, then, to stop calling me New Blood? It's time to go seeking the Eldari. It's about time indeed, Justin. Caligos gives you a friendly pat on the shoulder and summons his retinue with a gesture. It may take a while to find their trail, but Wharton here has a keen eye and a sense of smell can rival any old dog. We will do just fine, especially with the forest being on our side now. Let's go and try not to fall behind. Well, we got what we wanted. Oh, ads start. Excuse me, I misread that. Outcast duty. Find the Eldari in the forest.
Keep your wits this about you.
Now, hopefully we can avoid... Let's do a hard save real quick. We'll get a little bit ahead, and then we'll do the thing, because I don't want... If you're watching this... Can't get in there, eh? Alright. Can you break this down? Ah, demolition. Can I just walk around it? No way. I didn't bring Argenta, so my demolition skill is not great. Let's try this. We're going to load that because I don't feel like wasting them. Do you know what I mean? I'm not wasting a melt charge. I don't care. I gotta tell you guys, for some reason, my legs hurt. I don't know what that's about. I'm not sure. When I get my new office, I'm definitely going to really hurts himself putting a melta charge down. When I get my new office, I think I'm going to mount my camera like direct to the wall. Excuse me, I think that'd be the best way of it. Because then it doesn't shake. Because you notice sometimes I pull my chair and it rattles like that. So, all right, here we go. Here's the one.
I won't let it define me.
Okay, well, I still got hurt somehow, but the door's open, and that annoys me. But you know what? It's fine, because I'm going to immolate myself here. All right, this better be worth harm and melt. 2 melta charges and a resonance grenade. Deals 2 times the target's deflection plus the target's armor divided by 2 direct damage. Holy shit. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh, it's a conversation. We're going to wait. We're going to wait for 1 more minute. Anybody here? Oh, there's Caligos there. I didn't save after the thing. So I'll have to do it again. A stately Eldari warrior steps forward, calmly looking at the intruders. His armor and its adornments gleam in the sun despite the traces of dried mud and caked-on blood. The Farseers instructed me to send you away, monkey. The smooth voice of the Xenos sounds out of place in the rough wilderness of Quetza Temer. However, I recently stopped meekly heeding their counsel, and besides, my sister is among you. I'm curious to hear the outcast's tidings. Oh, it's you! Nocturne of Oblivion. Vain rhetoric, a masterful display. Your temper, brother mine, you ought to quell. Bravado has no place within this play. Indeed, the merchant proved this all too well. This actor excellent who did all right. Upon the stage now, this piece complete. Am I supposed... Like, here's the thing I don't get about this particular batch of poetry. Am I supposed to be mispronouncing words so they rhyme? Do you know what I mean? By choosing a finale opposite... opposite? No. Opposite? 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 Who shall survive and whose doom shall fucking... Well, okay, it seems that Nocturne of Oblivion likes me. I do not know about you, Justin, but these Xenos bastards giving the creeps. Calico shifts his excited gaze from the Eldari warrior to the solitaire and back. This one in the motley. I want to kill him. Now. Warden the Grey bares his teeth in anticipation and clutches the hilt of his sword. Ew, fuck! I'm probably not going to enjoy the dogmatic run. Look around the Eldari camp. The Xenos have made their camp among the ruins of an ancient city of the Imperium. Only the alien growths of the xenotech and the wreckage of an Eldari ship disturb the picture of centuries-old devastation and rebirth. Despite their affected ease, most of the Xenos are pushing themselves to their limit. They are exhausted, nervous, and frightened, even if they hide it well. This may have eluded your companions, but not you. Nocturne of Oblivion, it's certainly been a while. What are you doing here? The solitaire bows theatrically. With embers glowing cupped in my two hands, I bear them through the deluge to the hearth. The Harlequin's metaphor implies that he has been accompanying the surviving Eldari for a while now. It is not clear to you what hearth he is talking about. Perhaps he has managed to find them a new home. That's what it sounds like. I am here to resolve this conflict peacefully. A tapestry complex is peace, and one that many threads demand for warp and weft. For this design, three wills together spun. Its greed will sate in the hands of weaver deft. The gruesome scars of past distrust bewailed, with compact subtle gaze, shall now be veiled. Playing with your prey like a cat, fine new blood, you're still young, just remember that my patience is not my strong suit. The Eldari watches Caligos closely. After everything the Elatok has done for my people, I am willing to answer his questions, but you had better not make any sudden moves, Monkey. The warrior looks at you tiredly. We did not attack this world, Elatok. The last of Crudita's children assembled once more to scour the master of flesh, Tervantius, from the memory of the universe. Their homunculus who abducted and tortured the Farseers from our craft world. We learned that he is hiding on this world, but something prevents our Farseers from discovering his lair, so we were forced to act decisively. The master of flesh from Camorra, he is here. Yerlit ignores the veiled confession and inhales hungrily, doing her best to remain calm. We must destroy him. That is what we are here for, outcast. Stretch out your hand and grasp the spear of vengeance together with us, and plunge it in the dark heart of the architect of torment. You call purging an entire world a decisive action? Our Farseers, the one we managed to save, could not name the exact location of the Master of Flesh. Even after our ships circled the world for a third time, something prevented them from seeing the truth, something powerful. We knew your patrols would soon discover our presence, and so we decided to do something else, to exterminate the homunculus along with the world he had chosen as his refuge. The Eldari shrugs vaguely. The Monkey are flooding the galaxy to the speed of a meteor shower, and this world will repopulate eventually. Is a single world not worth eliminating a powerful enemy that threatens hundreds of such worlds, both yours and those of my kin? Winterscale meaningfully raises an eyebrow, and you still deem him worthy of conversation. Address the Eldari. The warrior stands motionless, only occasionally casting a worried glance at the solitaire. Tell me about the homunculus. Where is he? I will not say a word until you let my kin depart from this world. The warrior squares his shoulders, but whether out of fatigue to make his words more impactful, it's hard to say. You lost your world and are now depriving others of theirs of vengeance? Why do you think you're different? It's because they're trying to fucking kill this guy. Observe the camp. A tense silence pervades the ruins. The stillness is disturbed only by the wind rustling through the centuries-old canopy. Address Yerlit. Yerlit's gaze wanders from Caligos to the solitaire, from the solitaire to the Eldari warrior and back again. An outcast among her kin and strangers alike, a sorrowful burden that not all can bear. Your kin had a valid reason to attack this world. I never doubted it, Elentalk. The homunculus is a threat to both our species. You know well what his dark heart and perverted mind are capable of. Tervantius must be destroyed, and my kin have taken their role as a vengeful blade. Heretical sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. Address Caligos. There is no trace of the bored Caligos from a few moments ago. The rogue trader is now closely studying the potential battlefield, his enemies, and the heads he claims to intend as trophies. Iconoclast, Caligos, you cannot kill the Eldari. Yes! What? Why? Taken aback by your statement, Winterscale lowers his power axe for a moment. Fucking give me that Iconoclast. Oof. I need to know more about the homunculus. I could not care less about your interests, Justins. You know what I have been scouring these cursed woods for at least the last 30 days and nights. Don't you dare ruin my fun. Caligo speaks calmly, almost quietly, which makes his words sound even more ominous. 72, 22, 20. Look at yourself, Caligos. You're becoming a monster whose only desire is to kill. Stop tugging at my conscience, Justin. You sound vile, like the incendia from nightmares come to life to ruin the mood. Caligos grimaces in frustration. Your words seem to not have angered him, but upset him. Oh, fuck. Try commerce. Fuck. Hey! Hey, that worked out. There's been less good hunting to be had in the Expanse since your arrival, New Blood. If the Xenos holds useful information about the distant stars, that is a reason to consider your offer. Throne take you, and all of the misfortunes in the galaxy along with you. Winterscale gives you a clap on the shoulder. The expression on his face is mysterious and almost sad. I must confess that all this dismal talk has given me a migraine and made my old wounds ache. So you want to save these Xenos? Suit yourself. By my grace, I entrust you with the lives of the enemies of humanity. Have fun. We should be heading back now. What kind of hunting is it when the prey does not even struggle in your grasp? I'm disappointed. Caligos flashes a provoking grin. And don't you think I'm going to forget about your words and promises, Justin. We shall revisit that later. Fuck yes! Ooh, silver tongue. That's what I have in real life. Sometimes. Sometimes. Yurlit brushes a strand of fiery hair from her forehead and nods appreciatively. I know how difficult it is to go against the will of your kin, and yet I cannot hide my joy that we both lived through this moment and emerged to tell the tale. The Elder Guardian says, after all the suffering that the Monkey have inflicted upon the children of Krudatok, after all the punishment we've inflicted on this world, my heart remains troubled knowing we have only tempered our grudges for a time and have parted without bloodshed today. However, I dare not complain, for my kin, the hour of triumph has arrived at last. Once the Master of Flesh is no more, we can go to the edge of the stellar expanse, away from the gaze of the Monkey, and peacefully await the arrival of our kin from distant stars. I'm sorry. What are you talking about? Sharon Kai? Sharon Kai. Yurlit stares intently into the eyes of the Eldari warrior, but his gaze remains steady and calm. What kin from distant stars? Outcast Yurlit has some good news for you. Our Farseers managed to contact the children of a craft world, Aliatok, and soon your fellow outcasts will visit the part of the galaxy that the Monkey call the Expanse. They will take us away and give us a new home, and Sharon K pauses in his gaze on you, wondering if he should continue. Is that what an adherent of the Path of the Warrior wishes to tell me? Were these words meant to comfort my heart? Yurlit's words ring with contempt and desperation. O Asurion, your children once again seek to appease their pride by sending their kin to the Monkey worlds, there to find nothing but blood and death. Oh my god. The Farseer's mistakes doomed Krudata, Sharon Kai, and their excessive cruelty and thirst for vengeance almost doomed those of us who managed to survive against all odds in the void between the foreign stars. You know just as well as I do, but you continue to do their bidding. O Sharon Kai, you could take the Webway Gate, and you can go away from the dangers and tribulations of the Expanse, but you've chosen to stay here instead? You are dying, you are feuding with the Monkey. Have not the children of Surion spilt enough blood? Is it not enough that we lost our home? Why do you wish to expose even more of your kin to mortal peril? Sharon Kai, iron will falters under Yurlit's relentless pressure. It's too late to change anything. The deed is done. Their will is carried out. The outcasts from Aliatok will come to the local stars, and we will leave with them, sister. Yurlit, are you going to leave me and escape with the rest of the outcasts? Is that what worries you now, Elentok? Yurlit gives you a disapproving look. I may leave the Expanse one day, but the only thing you should be concerned about now is how to quell the wrath of my people. It will take the warriors of Aliatok many years to discover the Webway capable of bringing their strike force through the Expanse. Perhaps you will be too old by then, and only on your deathbed will you hear the news. The children of Surion have come to exact their vengeance. For some reason, your words bring a faint smile to Yurlit's lips. Worry not, Elentok. It is my turn to rescue you and your people. All right, rescue? How? Like a forgotten shadow, the solitaire steps into the light and leans forward with interest, a spectator watching the culmination of an exciting performance. During my exile, I met many companions who temporarily joined me in my endless travels. Yurlit closes her eyes. One such companion was a fellow outcast who'd already completed many paths. It was he who told me about the ritual of unity, a great opportunity for one spirit to reach out and touch the infinity circuit of the craft world known to the Farseers who perform it. Sharon Kai said that the Crudata Farseers have already contacted Aliatok, which means I can too. Did the darkness of space drive you mad during your exile, sister? Sharon-Kai recoils from Yurl as if from a scorching flame. Even those who walk the path of the seer balk at joining souls with the ancestors inside the circuit. They are wise and know that the ritual is perilous to the spirit. Your chances of success are simply non-existent. You would die without achieving anything. Even if you did not die immediately, ask yourself honestly, why should the ancestors listen to a simple outcast? As you said, Aliatok is a world of my fellow outcasts. They would not wish harm upon me, which gives wings to my hope. Look me in the eye, Sharon-Kai. Do you wish to end the suffering of our kin? I can see the answer in your heart. You must accept it and help me. Through Yurlit's words are addressed to her kinsman. She is watching your reaction closely. I feel like I can let Yurlit handle it on her own. Unless the warriors of Aliatok give in to this part of the galaxy, give in. Where the fuck did I even get that from? Unless the warriors of Aliatok arrive in this part of the galaxy, the sons and daughters of Crudata will perish among the worlds of the Monkey. Is that the fate you wish for us? We have to find another way. I understand that it is not easy for those who have lived all their lives shelters within the craft world to accept that sometimes life leads us down different paths, but the path that you and the Farseers have chosen only leads to more pain. This is your life and your people, Yurlit. I will stay by your side no matter what path you choose. I do appreciate it, Elentok. Yurlit nods and underscores her words with the familiar gesture of gratitude. I've done all I can, Sharon-Kai. You know what you must do. The Nocturne of the Solitaire does not intervene, but shifts his gaze to Sharon-Kai as if expecting to hear the last line of a play before the curtain falls. May Asurion forgive his children. Sharon-Kai sighs and gestures to a few of his warriors. Fetch the Farseers. Tell them the outcast wishes to perform the ritual. We will wait for them here. So, the thing that they are talking about, if you do not know, Eldar craft worlds are basically, they're not a space station, but it's like a world ship. And the circuits that they're referring to are not electrical. It is a refuge for dead Eldari, and they join the circuit, of the they join in in the craft world. I like it. Think of it like an afterlife, right? So they still guide the Eldari. That's the circuits, the Eldari within the circuits of the craft world. They still guide it with the Farseers, still commune with them and things like that. So, it's like the Eldari are very psychically sensitive, and they're vastly powerful psychers. Almost all of them, I'm pretty sure, almost all of them are psychic sensitive in some way. So, the idea that she is going to try to contact and converse with this to change their mind, to try to save her people from more bloodshed and war, it's a lot. It's a really big deal. The strange energy that permeated the clearing where the paths of humanity, humans and Eldari happened to cross is gradually dissipating. All eyes turned to Yurlit, the Eldari who managed to survive the deadly ritual and who awoke looking pensive and enlightened. You survived. Asurion showed you mercy, outcast, and so did your ancestors from the Elatok Infinity Circuit. Tell me, sister, what was their answer? I am tired of the Farseer's blindness and my kin's hatred, Sharon Kai. All of the choices are people led only to suffering and the loss of our loved ones. I no longer wish to be an accomplice to another's hatred and pay for the mistakes of those who were supposed to guide us toward the light, but who led us into oblivion. Yurlit stares at the nearby Farseers. I convince my kin to divert the river of their anger. The ranks of the outcasts will arrive in the expanse unseen and unheard, but not for the sake of war. They will find and take away those who remain, the last sons and daughters of Crudatok. And then they will depart the monkey stars without a trace forever. The angry Farseer tries to object, but Sharon Kai gently interrupts them. Your brothers and sisters would not dare ask you for more, Yurlit. I understand your choice, even if my spirit cannot fully accept it. Alright, so Yurlit, are you alright? I am fine, Elentok. A gracious look and a slight smile underscores Yurlit's words. Thanks to you, I have finally reached the end of my path. This path. I am grateful I had you to walk alongside me. Man! So what now? After the Master of Flesh has been dealt with, Sharon Kai sighs tiredly, a faint shadow of a smile gracing his face. We will go home as soon as possible. I don't want a reward. I would not be opposed to cooperating in the future. If our paths cross once again, one day, we will begin our conversation by greeting one another and not unsheathing our blades. Sharon Kai ponders something. Your time in this world is too short to hope for it, but I will remember our promise, Elentok. Do you still hope to find the homunculus? The Eldari produces an unknown xenon device. The Farseers could not divine where the Master of Flesh makes his lair, for an unknown force is hiding him from the penetrating gaze of the Wise Ones. The children of Asurion have never encountered anything like this before. Having circled the world several times and failed in our search, we ventured to unleash our pent-up fury on the planet in the hope that we would be graced with the fortunate accident. Alas, the fate of the Master of Flesh remained unchanged. The Farseers could feel the bleeding of his black heart, but were powerless to do anything, and that was when our rangers began to deduce the coordinates of his lair based on the readings of the Wise Ones and the lands untouched by the fiery weapons. And they would have succeeded had the Monkey not attacked our fleet. The Eldari device thrums an holographic projection of the world with several marked coordinate appears in his palm. I will share the information I've gathered For I hope that even the Master of Flesh will not be able to lead 2 pursuers at once. Alright. Yurlit, will you not stay with your kin? I would be lying if I said I had not thought about it, but you have helped me and my kin all this time to the best of your ability. Should I not repay it in kind to you, Elentalk? I would be glad if you stayed. Then so be it. Yurlit... Oh, I should have tried the other one. Yurlit folds her finger in a familiar gesture of trust and accord. It's time to track down the homunculus. We will search part of the world where the local star sets. You should go where the star awakens. Good hunting to you. Now, let's get this loot here, please. It's a book. It's a backpack. Dirt-covered vox. You know, Stanzo, I miss the times when fire cultivators were the only thing for working in the fields. Back then, I thought, by the throne, damn that forest. Can't take your eyes off it for a tick or else it'd mess with production. But nowadays, the damned forest is the only thing that can defend people. Who'd have guessed? And we, the Silverius, are the only ones who can pass through it. If we had our fire cultivator intact, that is. I did hear, though, that one of the astropaths managed to lead a group of 50 people through the brush, but nobody's heard from them since. The enemy's humanity got them, didn't they? Come meet us halfway. I'm leading a new group, and the Promethean, my cultivator, is running out. Alas. Now, do a quick little levelsy-upsy, and first, heavy armor. Let's do that. If at all possible. Oh, new abilities. Fuck yes. New abilities. Oh, okay. Precognition. Once per round, the Psyker's next turn is moved up by 2 turns in initiative sequence. This ability may allow the Psyker to have 2 turns in 1 round. Dominate. Everyone with a 2 turns. She doesn't really have a lot of offensive does she? It's all buffs. Everyone within 7 cell cone from the suffers psychic shriek damage and is forced to fail the test or stunned. Anytime. Is it 1 friendly unit? Okay. So mind bond. So you're sharing bonuses. Dominate. Close as possible toward the Psyker. Let's go with precognition, thanks. And then, oh shit, I can't take heavy armor yet. 1 more level, and then we can get heavy armor. 30 awareness, 127 commerce. Warp lore is 115. Well, that's why I keep you. Warp lore. New abilities. Firestorm. And then his athletics is at 80. His awareness 102. Carouse. Coercion. Commerce. Demolitions. Persuasion. Let's up his persuasion a little bit. Abelard. Taunting Scream. Forceful Strike. The warrior gathers all their might for a crushing strike. Their next melee attack pushes the enemy away. Oof. Slash. Let's go with Taunting Scream. And then... Coercion. Oh, yes. Light of the Emperor. Sword of Faith does what? Psychic power costs 15 monument. Use of momentum is higher until the end of combat. It's placed by a sword made of sheer will. The sword is a single target attack and an area attack like a 2-handed sword and can be used to release a cone of fire or line of fire like a flamer. The damage of the sword is the same as that of Purge Soul. Same bonuses. It's only 1 AP. This is 1 AP? The damage of the sword, same as Purge Soul. If the Psyker uses a force weapon, all the bonuses of that force weapon remain. For the purposes of talents, another Sword of Faith counts as a force weapon. This power can be used again, increasing the damage. Oh, Jesus. Shield of the Emperor. Increases deflection by the Psych or Psi rating, so 3. Light of the Emperor. Are healed. That's a mass heal. Oh, more damage or mass heal. Hello. What's going on? Oh, he's a cat. Mass heal. I'm going to go with Sword of Faith because that sounds delicious. And then let's up your... He's cat. I can't see because your tail is direct in the way, cat. I am not cat. You are cat. Am I? What do you think, buddy? Perfect spot. Precise. Precise attack for the next exploit. Removes 1 exploit from each enemy in a 5-cell radius around the point within 10 cells from the operative. If there's 1 enemy in the air, the operative removes all exploit stacks from that enemy. All enemies gain armor till the end of combat. What? Oh, all allies gain armor. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm just fucking being a dingus. Precise attack. Oof. I can get all 3 of those for him, so he'll have all those abilities. Let's do tactical knowledge, get all the armor, and we'll up your... Okay. This is a very good boy. This is a good card, and I love him. You are an extraordinarily good cat. Have I ever told you that? He's a whose intelligence? Joint analysis is fucking awesome. I forgot what it did. Intimidation. Next non-air attack inflicts the intimidated effect on the first target hit by the attack. Damage dealt by intimidated enemies reduced by negative. Operative's next turn. Doubled. I'll go with joint analysis, matter of fact, and I shall increase her. Her awareness is so good. Lord Xenos is not that fantastic, but Lord Xenos, please, thank you. So that's her, that's that. You have some new abilities. Let's go to you. And Sword of Faith is there. And this is all your Psyker abilities. That's your warrior stuff, assassin stuff. Warrior, assassin, Santic. Iron Arm is bio. That's biomancy. Purge Soul is that. Okay, that's him, sorted. That's this. You can go there. You have this one, this one, this one. I'm going to move this to here. This like this. This like this. Like that. Adira. What do you think, Kato? Precog. Kato Gibraltar. He's my cat. He is my cat. You're in the way of that thing. I can't see what I'm doing, Javoris. We can't see what we're doing. Jabori. Schwat? What's this? Two-handed ranged weapon. And 30. Fuck yeah. No, give me that. Give me that, give me that. Map. Inventra. My cat's right here, guys. I'm sorry. I'm playing one-handed here, so I'm talking to my best. This cat front. He's a very good front. Oof, that's sleek. if the willpower is more than 70. Oh my god. Hi, Frau. He's a good cat. I have 15, dodge chance 30, 25. Blinded. Fucking, this is still better. The Eye of Hecaton is still way better. Now, let's find our way out of here, if at all possible. Ah! Sir, you're laying direct on my hand. Eldari Guardian Mesh. Camo Cloak. Full cover, the dodge is calculated without considering enemy's perception. Amour. 60, 65, 70, 29, 45. If the 15% armor, if the wearer's agility is more than 80. 60, so that's where the next 2 points are going. Oh, she's red. She does not blend in. But her agility is now 75. Is more than 80. So I put 1 into her agility and she's got 15% more armor. That is... I don't know what 15 on a 65 is. You knocked my microphone all wonker bagonker. Is what you did, Cat. She's very red. You can definitely see her standing, like, out. As opposed to, you know, before. How do I leave this place? Back the way I came, I suppose? This was very, very productive. Oh, to the Von Valancia shuttle. Well, I don't want to do that. We want to... Did we not deal with the guy? Let's go back to the forced settlement. Oh, no, I should have saved. I should have saved. What do you think? I should have saved. Save game. Jasper, you're laying direct in my hand. Okay, they're still working on stuff. Is there anybody to talk to? Is there anything to do? The cat's laying direct on my hand, so I guess game time is finished here. That's the Xenos shelter. Oh. So, Caligos is just gone, eh? Let's talk to her real quick. Who I didn't speak to. You hear the elder whisper some sort of prayer as you approach. Shelter, let your herd under your wing from the spirits of the edge of darkness. O eagle god, dispel the darkness and show us the way to our arduous path and bless your starborn scions. So who are you? The name of this ruler is Leads Ahead, O starborn, and all of us, the elder looks at the settlement, are children of the fiery mother and the pale father, who look after us by day and guard us by night. The faithful servants of the two-headed eagle god, who shields our lands from misfortune with his wings. We are the ungone forest-dwelling children of the earth, and the guardians of the temple of Quetza Temer, the first starborn to ever set foot on this virgin soil of this land. The eagle god, you say? Is that his brand burned on your forehead? Oh yes, the elder nods respectively. Many seasons have changed since this ruler received the eagle god's blessings and became the leader of this tribe. Only those close to the gods are allowed to bear their brands, and the ruler is one of them. Okay, so I have questions for you. Okay. I thought Quetza Temer is the name of this place, but you speak as if it were a figure from the past. Japoris. You are here. Let me go to real quick here. guess game time is. I guess game time is finished, eh, buddy? Okay. All right. The legends of this place claim that a long time ago, the first among the Starborn descended upon this world together with the ruler's ancestors, created the ancient cities and temples, and brought us a blessing of the eagle god unto these forests and lands. The fast flowing time has erased the Starborn's name from the minds of the people. Only his title remains: Quetza Temer, first the chosen, sky herald of the evil god and father of the tribes. Tell me about Speaks with Gods. Speaks with Gods is a priest of the tribe and this ruler's half-brother. He listens to the forest and calls to the earth and wards off punishing lashes from the skies and speaks to the eagle god on behalf of our tribe. Before disappearing in the wandering forest, he told this ruler to prepare for your arrival. What else did Speaks with Gods predict? The elder's gaze darkens. Quetza Temer is immersed in the invasion of spirits from the darkness that have called a rain and fire metal upon this world. He demands blood, and the blood shall sate the soil. No matter the path chosen by the gods who have come here, right and wrong. Speaks with Gods. You're crushing my fingers here from. Speaks with Gods also calls Caligos Starborn, and me Starborn, and I Starborn. Why? Because you are sky heralds of the sky eagle god, created by him from the stars' glow and the night sky's darkness. The ones who carry his seal in your image, clad in the armor of our ancestors' most ancient prophecies. How does your tribe manage to survive in the forest? Speaks with Gods hears the whispers of the leaves and can commune with the tree spirits. Speaks with Gods performs soothing rituals, and Quetza Temer needs them just like today, and that allows this ruler and her people to tread safe paths. Enough questions. Leave without saying anything. May he shelter you. Now, let's return to the Xenos shelter, because we don't need to search the forests anymore. We got everything we needed. So let's go back to... Let me move my mouse from underneath this heavy old cat. Hey, what do you think? You're a good boy. Let me update. Let me throw that on. Let me change the... There you go. Now, that's going to post. You're still laying direct. Here, I'm going to put my hand back under and get hold of the mouse. All right, here we go. Let's return to the ship somehow. There's no shuttle sitting there, but... Oh, I see. I see. Let's get to the bridge. Get back to what we're doing. What say you, Jaboy? Oh, he's cleaning himself now. He's just having a bath direct on my mouse pad. I certainly don't, mind. Eh? He's a very good boy. He was a bit snarky when we first got him. He was a year old and maybe a year old, but he was big. He was big even as a kitten. He was huge. All right, can I put anything on you? He can only wear that stuff, eh? You've got +1 bonus for any burst of fire. Ooh. Logic, coercion, persuasion. That's not what we're here for, though. We're here for this. If the wearers has 5 base of fire. Hit chance of the weapon's burst attacks increased by 3 times her ballistic skill bonus percent. 30% bonus. That is better than +1 rate of fire. So that in that particular instance, rate of fire is 6, recoil of 50. So I can just keep this thing on. What happens if the wearer is 4 or less? The weapon's rate of fire is increased. Recoil is doubled. Well, it's only a flamethrower. But this thing will give me way more hits. Hit chance, dodge reduction 3, additional chance of 10. So that's what we're going to do for you. Then there was a sniper rifle we picked up. She's using that. Stupor, 30 to 45. Stupor will replace that one. 23 to 35. Add to cargo. 30 to 45. I think the Guardian long rifle is going to be better. P18, single shot, Deadeye. Stun. That's the one that Stupor is the one that stuns. Why am I putting this on? Whenever scores a critical hit with a pistol, next attack costs 0 AP. She barely uses a pistol. Very rarely. Can you equip a Storm Bolter? No, you can't. Useless. You can use a Storm Bolter. But why would you when I have the Flamethrower? So, let us... There's nothing I can put on you, eh? There's that Heavy Bolter. 6 to 9. Everything you're using is way better. So let's just level you up. We will use Western Trench. Spends all of their AP and MP and gains a 30% bonus to cover efficiency. He doesn't use cover. Dashes to selected range, spending other movement points. Does not provoke attacks of opportunity. Allows us to dash through enemies, but not through obstacles. I'm honestly not going to be using this guy because he's too big. Air of Authority. Increase an allies resolve until the end of combat. Break their ranks. Break their ranks is exceptionally useful. Let's put... $150, Lore Imperium. Lore Xenos is a mate. Jay's fantastic. Why am I not using Jay like all of the time? Well, let's go with Persuasion. Throw her Persuasion straight up. Then I'd have 2 snipers, would I not? Cassia. There's so much. Oh my god. Pick very carefully. Glimpse of Fate. Hit chance, next dodge. These bonuses disappear independently from when it's being successfully applied. The Navigator deals... That's a line attack. Held to my gaze. The Navigator deals 1 creature and 16 cells. Designates a square, the closest enemy. If multiple enemies are the same distance from that point, all of them move. Oof. Creature creates a 3x3 zone. The creatures then begin their turn in the area. Suffers. So it's a trap. Okay. That just grants the thing. That grants charge. Mark a target. The enemy... The second, use target position. Okay, and it just moves them back. That's for friendly. 1 creature. Zone of fear. Immediately move out of the zone. Stun or immobilize. Attacks of opportunity for navigator's allies. More damage applies. Deals 5 plus her willpower bonus. to 14 times the willpower bonus. Damage to all targets in a line, inflicted soul burn. When burning, psychers suffer additional damage every time they psychic powers, and daemons every time they attack or use psychic powers. I shall use that. Thank you very much. And then lore. Argenta. I will give. What does rapid fire do? Next burst attack will have double the rate of fire, but deal 25% less damage. The shots follow random trajectories. Only works kept in a burst fire. The soldier immediately spends all of their AP and MP and gains a 30% cover bonus. The next time the soldier uses a running gun, they gain back all the spent AP and MP plus 1 additional AP. It also resets cooldown of all the others except running gun. Jesus. Let's take entrench. And then what's your demolition at? 90? Logic is something you're severely lacking in. It would make sense that she wouldn't know how the Imperium works. Athletics is 75. Demolitions. Let's go with your athletics. In case you're in a position where I can't. Okay. Are we almost there? Fuck, we're 10 points off from Iconoclast. Oh. Sorry, I touched the cat. Now my nose is itchy. Very. Oh my god. That's why. Okay, Heinrich. We did hers. I meant to do Adira's, not... I meant to do Adira's mission, not... Name's Yerlit. Oh, sorry. Oh my god. Cat hair. Cat hair in my nose. Oh my god. Alright. He's still there. Not explored. Okay. Who are we going to bring? You can hear the anxiety in Adira's voice, even over the Vox connection. Lord Captain, we've found it. The door is so close I can practically feel it. Feel its metal handle in my mind. I have to go wash my face, guys. Give me 2 seconds. My face is tremendously itchy. Give me 1 moment. Pardon me?
The curtain
Yeah.
behind you when your dad started to walk off. She's going to be here before 3. Her appointment is at 3.
2:45 out for the steps. Okay. Okay, we're back. Right. Sorry. Now I want to be clear. I'm not allergic to cats, but he's very hairy, and his hair floats free, and it gets caught up in my facial hairs and whatnots. The voices are whispering over each other in both my ears. I can barely make out what they're saying. Please take me with you. They keep telling me I won't get another chance, and I believe them. It's now or never. Very well. We will go there at once. Thank you, Lord Captain. I will owe you until the day I die, and you can hold me to that. Well, Dor, I'll see you soon. So, Adira... I don't need 2 bounty hunters. Healer. Damage. I don't need 3 assassins. I want to try out his new abilities. I kind of want to bring Yurlit. Let's bring... I don't need 2 snipers, but her weapon's really good. And I only want to bring Jay for all of her abilities. And I kind of want to bring Cassia. I want to try out Argenta's new abilities, but Pascal doesn't let me down. Argenta lets me down all the time. And Argenta would just get like a Judgy Jason out of it. Healing, damage, healing, pure damage, healing, sniping, buffs, range, firepower. Yeah, okay. That may work. We'll give that a try. Oh my god. All right. Locate the homunculus' hideout. Explore the refuge. Ooh. Oh. Of course. I didn't bring anybody who has tech use. Blow it open, Argenta. We have 18 of the fucking things. Do you jest? Lord Captain, the voices are noisy. They're calling me. Door must be around here. We're bringing Argenta, and it would just make her angrier.
I suspect that fighting alongside humans is causing you certain difficulties, psychologically and tactically.
Asuriani are capable of adapting. You monkeys slow me down and slightly hinder me in combat, but it is tolerable.
More goods. Give them to me. Take that, thanks. I like how the homunculus and his minions just leave everything laying behind. Fucking logic. Maybe I'll go back and put Argenta back so I can have logic and tech use. In fact, I will. I don't need 2 bounty hunters, but I get big bonuses for all the bounty hunters. And Argenta sounds great, but she is a monumental pain in the ass, and I feel like the recoil. Let's go back, do this, take you off, put you back on so I can open doors without much trouble. And he has healing as well, but he's mostly damage, and he's excellent in melee. We'll bring Pascal instead. Oh, there's still cat hair on my face. Oh my god. I'll take him outside and brush him. Brush him after. Why would you not bring Pascal with you? Oh, no. Too far. Too far. Logic 92. That's way better. Pascal. There's a seal of silence on the cogitator, but it's not difficult to break it. The machine spirit has been tormented. Someone ripped out every bit of useful knowledge from its memory. Ooh, a bomb. Who's got good demolition since I sent Argenta back?
Let us not dawdle.
Abelard. Okay. There's that room. Oh, shit. That's a boss fight. Well, that is a boss fight, and it's definitely going to be a lot longer than I have time for today. Can I go in here first? It's not a not a boss fight, but it is a long,
This is intriguing.
longer fight. Oh, just walk over it. Don't worry about it. It's just a bomb. Toxic Flamer. That is amazing. Who's got flamethrower proficiencies? Only Argenta, really, has them. So... Cottages deep in dreamless slumber in the sacred dungeons on their connector ports have long since dried. Because the Drukhari don't give a fuck about human technology. They got their own. Oh, goods. Information. The notebook contains detailed observations, formulae, and diagrams, and is thickly covered in viscous greenish liquid. Almost all the pages are firmly glued together, and their contents turned into blurry stains. Remnant number 78. Outcome failure. Object capable of maintaining minimal vital shortfalls of every degrees of physical abnormalities, deformities, unacceptable. Failure upon being removed from the capsule. The subject's vital ceased in an excruciating manner following a brain hemorrhage and multiple internal bleeding. Experiment number 13, outcome partial success, specimen capable of maintaining basic vital processes, but only if continually neurally and mutilated by means of drill through the elbow, knee, and hip joints. Ew. Number 21, outcome, the last subject conformed to the minimum requirements, but their capabilities are limited. They're incapable of learning, no capacity for, or of the original organism. Okay, so he's still experimenting on people. So we're going to go here, all of us. Going to go here together, and then we're going to drop a hard save, and we will deal with the save. We're going to deal with the homunculus after. I have to help set the house up for some work that's got to be done here. What is this? Ooh. Anyway, guys, so I'm going to do that. Let's go to here. How many people are here with us? Okay. Let's see who's on. Let's see who's on, if any, if I bear any ability to. And she's still... Well, either or. Oh well, doesn't matter. Anyway, guys, I'm going to step out because I have to. I have things to do. I have grown-up stuff to do, dad stuff to do. It has been lovely hanging out with you. Thank you for coming and spending your afternoons with me. I really appreciate all of you. I will be on tomorrow afternoon. I will be on. And I will be playing, of course, more Rogue Trader. And then I will see you then. So, I will see you. Take care of yourself. Take care of somebody else. And I will see you next time.